Friday. It is February 7th, 2K14. Good morning. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning.
Hope you're doing well. Today is the end of the work week for many, some people.
Some people, not me.
Anyway, today is Ballet Day.
Ballet.
Don't let your pirouette.
Or grand jeté.
Yes, isn't that?
Funny.
Okay.
How much do you know about ballet?
I know nothing. I know they hurt your toes, but the guys don't dance on their toes much, do they?
Not a lot on their toes.
Okay.
No.
Not a lot. I don't know a lot about it. Everybody knows Baryshnikov.
Absolutely.
You know, the name is so household name.
Well, you'll be surprised to know there are many football teams that do a lot of ballet training because of the footwork.
Now, that's true. That's true.
So, hey, ballet's for everyone.
I don't know anything about it, but I know I do enjoy ballet. I do. I enjoy watching ballet. Today is also, for some reason, Bubble Gum Day.
Okay.
Okay. And it's also Wear Red Day. That's Friday.
Okay.
That started. I think that started years ago in February, of course, to help celebrate the Red Cross, heart health,
That's
and all
right.
that. It's also Girl Scout Cookie Day. Have you got your Girl Scout cookies?
You know, I have not yet, but I need to. And every year I buy 4 or 5 boxes.
Right.
And you know, there's pros and cons. Pros, they're delicious and they help a good cause.
The pros. I like
Cons,
the pros and the
they're
mint.
so good you're going to want to eat the whole box.
Oh, yeah?
That's kind of a problem. Yeah, but they're fabulous and they have new flavors out, of course, this year.
Yes, they do. They do.
So everybody get your Girl Scout cookies.
I like them all, too. Yeah, the Girl Scout cookies, and they're out there now.
Yes, they are.
They're out there now. That's right. Okay, that does it for the calendar, I guess, today.
It does it for the calendar.
It does it for the calendar.
Well, let me tell you who's on today's show right
Who's
quick.
on today? I meant to ask you that. Say, Kim,
Yes,
who's on
Wayne.
today's show?
Well, actually, yes, we have Miss Meg GERNAAT from the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, and she's telling us about a lot of exciting things happening downtown Goldsboro, some new businesses, all kinds of little interesting facts. And then, of course, we have Miss
Patricia
Gordon.
Patricia Gordon.
Yes, from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And she's actually here on behalf of the Airman and Family Readiness Center, which is a great organization on base that supports families and really gives them the foundation that they need to stay healthy and to keep their minds right, and just lots of activities. You'll find out more about that and how you can partner with them possibly right here from our community coming up soon.
Oh boy, that sounds great. That is a great organization, though, the Family
Airman and Family Readiness.
Yeah. Great organization. Okay. It was on this day. The year was 1940.
Yes.
I remember it well. No, that was yesterday. The year was 1940. Movie fans watched the world premiere
of
the Walt Disney animation Pinocchio.
Really? 1940?
1940. That happened in Manhattan at the Center Theater. The showing followed that of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs as Disney's second feature-length film. One critic called the show the happiest ever since the war.
Interesting.
He's talking about the earlier war that had ended 30 years earlier. Anyway, that was on this day in 1940, February 7th it was. Pinocchio.
Pinocchio was first, and then
Snow
White's the second. Right. I did not know that.
It showed them both of them at one time. Not at the same time.
Right.
But Pinocchio, as I understand it, now this may or may not be true, is Italian for pine eyes.
Really? Because the whole show is about his nose.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Well,
so maybe we have the wrong name.
Maybe pine nose translates into something that's just not that
interesting.
Translation friendly.
Maybe so.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here. The U.S. Vice President's flag was established this day by executive order, this day, 1936. It's so interesting. We have, the year was 1893 when a fellow by the name of Elisha Gray, now he and Edison were constantly battling back and forth for patents. But Elisha Gray this day patented a machine called the telautograph. It automatically signed autographs to documents, freeing up those who would be autographing these things so that they could take care of other matters. In other words, you needed to sign a document, get the telautograph to sign your name for you, and you go on out and get ice cream.
Nice.
Hey,
that's one way to do it.
That's one way to do it. Anyway, that happened on this day. The year was 1893. Oh, boy. That's so interesting.
Yeah, he's very interested in this whole topic, I can tell. Yeah. Well, let me remind you, our program, Coffee with a Cop, still going strong.
That's a good one.
The next date will be February the 13th at Goldsboro Chapel Church, which is at 1314 Ben Brewington Court, right here in Goldsboro. February the 13th, the next Coffee with a Cop. Remember, that's just an opportunity for you to go and have conversation with our local police officers and get to know them, talk about your concerns, talk about your ideas for the community, and the list goes on and on. There
you go. All right, it's time now to head out to the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation, DGDC, with That's Great, Meg GERNAAT.
Joining me today is Patricia Gordon. She's here from Seymour Johnson Air Force Base's Airman and Family Readiness Center. She's here today to give us a rundown and details on what that center does and who it affects. Thank you for joining us today, Patricia.
Thank you, Kim.
So glad to have you.
Thank you.
Well, you all have so many support systems on base, and the Airman and Family Readiness Center is another one that just really impacts all of your families. Can you tell us a little more about what that center does and how it does affect the families on base?
We have many programs and services that we offer to both our active duty, their dependents and families, retirees, and we also assist with the 916th Air Refueling Wing. So our customer base is pretty large.
Sounds like it.
Some of the programs that we offer are financial assistance. Okay. We also, this is huge now, the Transition Assistance Program has probably developed tenfold in just the last couple of years.
My goodness.
It was once pretty easy to get out, and now they actually have to go through some mandatory training, all right, before they can leave the service. And of course, this is across the services. That's
right.
Department of Defense wide. But they spend a morning in a mandatory briefing, getting some information. But what has really changed is now they're required to attend a 5-day TAP workshop. And this will give them information to help them prepare for the civilian employment world.
Right.
They spend a day in a VA briefing so that they can learn about what their benefits and entitlements are as a veteran, and so on and so forth. So we actually help them in the workshop with their finances. They create a resume, they write a resume. They learn a little bit about themselves because they do some interest assessments so that they can figure out, well, hey, what do I want to do once I get out of the Air Force? So the TAP has grown largely. We help with their relocation, okay, whether they're staying in the service and just PCSing to another assignment in a base, or whether they're actually retiring or separating and getting out and going to back home.
Right.
Or possibly maybe even moving somewhere new because of they've already landed employment. As far as we kind of giggle at the center because we call them our tenant units. We do have now 2 actual VA counselors on site. We have a member from the Disabled American Veterans organization to help them if they are going to do a medical disability claim because of their service in the Air Force. And we also provide a WIC, Women, Infant, and Children's program office space there so that our new mothers don't have to go trudge downtown, okay, with a small infant. They can come right into the center. A lot of misunderstanding probably takes place because one of the things I wanted to stress the most is that we're not just there for the member. Okay, we are there for the spouses, we are there for the families. We do facilitate the Key Spouse. The Key Spouse program is a commander's program. However, we facilitate that program for the commanders. We advise them, we help them bring in new spouses to be the Key Spouses, and that's the communication system among all of the families. So that's a very, very important link for their well-being. We keep the families grounded and help them when in their time of need. That allows the members to not only, when they're deployed, keep their mind on the mission, but also at home. You know, just because they're not deployed doesn't mean that they're not going to work and feeling that stress of making sure that the aircraft get up in the air and do their job.
Well, it sounds like you're exactly what your title says, Airman and Family.
Yes,
Readiness.
very much, very much so.
Well, and I've been in your center many times and been a part of quite a few presentations and activities that have gone on in that center, and I'm amazed each and every time at how much you really do prepare your airmen and their families.
Yes, we do.
It is amazing what you all do in that building and on that base.
Well,
and how
thank
you touch so many lives and help them stay grounded and prepared for the next step, the current step and the next step of their life.
Correct, correct.
Tell me some of the events that you all do or some programs that you do throughout the year that maybe you haven't mentioned.
Well, actually, we have 3 coming up in just the month of February. On Valentine's Day, we are going to have our HeartLink program, and that program is actually for new spouses to either the Air Force or to Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. And the wing commander does come in, okay, and talk to the spouses. It's a fun program. They get to meet other spouses. So, you know, that new person coming in that says, well, I don't know how all this works, and I don't know anyone. We try to bring our mentor key spouses in to be the table guides. Right. All right, and introduce themselves, get them loosened up, okay? We play games with them and help them acclimate. Then that evening, okay, we are having our first 2014 Hearts Apart event, and this is going to be a dinner for deployed spouses and families. Nice. We're going to let the kids come in and make a Valentine for their loved one that's away. So we've got all that set up. So Valentine's Day is going to be big this time.
It sounds like it.
And then the last week of February is what we call Military Saves. And it is a part of the larger campaign in America called American Saves.
Okay.
All right, and this is where we talk to both the members, to the families, to anyone really who wants to listen about how to start and continue with the savings program. We want to get them financially sound. Okay.
Wow, that is a fabulous program.
Of course, you know, being a young airman with a family can be tough. It's tough financially. So we are going to offer a full week of classes both at lunchtime and in the evening so that we can hit the different shifts. Right. We can hopefully draw in some married couples that can attend maybe during the evening. And we're going to talk to them all the way from budgeting to investments this year.
You know, that is such a fabulous resource that you all are offering these young airmen and their families, because we all know that is one of the largest stresses when you were first married in trying to learn how to budget your finances and how to make all of that work moving forward and how to change and make adjustments as you are moving forward. Budget is huge. And for you all to give them a step-by-step guide, you know, that's really going to help them moving forward, like you said, even with their investments.
Yes, it is. And the nice thing about our particular staff is the fact that we have 5 Air Force retirees and 1 Army retiree. So we've been there, done it.
Exactly.
We've lived through it. We were poor airmen once upon a time, okay? So we really put our heart and soul into working with the member and the family so that some of that stress, okay, can be relieved, because it's a pretty active life.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, you all have more and more things happening constantly on base, and we're so glad that you came and shared what the Airman and Family Readiness Center is, what it's about, what its purpose is. If people would like to find out more information, do you all have a website, or is there a Facebook page or anywhere people can go?
We actually have a website. We have a Facebook page. And probably the easiest method is just to come to the center or call the center. And our number is 919-722-1123. It's a pretty easy number to remember. And we are glad to explain any kind of service that we offer, any type of program, and even if we don't particularly offer what they're looking for, we will hook them up with the right agency to make sure that they're taken care of.
Wonderful. So if there's agencies out in the community now that would like to partner with you and connect with you, she's told you the number. Would you tell us one more time? 919-722-1123. That's the number to call if you'd like to partner or connect with the Airmen and Family Readiness Center on base, if you have services that you would like to offer the airmen as well. Well, thank you, Patricia, so much for coming in. It's always a pleasure. We'd love to have you come back soon and give us some more updates on the next few events you have going on in the months to come. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us, and this is what's happening at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. Welcome back to Wayne Goldsboro Television. Joining me today is Meg GERNAAT from the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation to give us updates on what's happening downtown. Welcome back to the show, Meg.
Thank you for having me.
Always glad to have you here and find out what's happening. You all have a full calendar, as always.
We do, and it always seems every month it's like, oh, we've got a few more things happening downtown that we didn't have last year, which is great. So February is a busy month. Typically in our office, we say our office is a little slower because it's our sponsorship time. Right. We don't have a ton of events going on, but that being said, there's still a ton going on downtown.
Of course there is.
And
we're glad to have that.
Oh, we are, and we've got new businesses opening up and people bringing their events to downtown. So I have a few of those things to share today.
Wonderful. We're ready to hear about it, and the businesses that continue to show excitement and show enthusiasm about coming downtown, that is building by the week. And we are thrilled about that.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to what's going to happen in the next 12 months.
Yes, I think this year is going to be a big year of change for downtown.
It certainly is.
I'm really excited. I feel like January, we packed so much into January already. I can't imagine, what the next few months will bring. But, we've got Habitat for Humanity, which is downtown, and some people are a little jaded about the Valentine's holiday, in the past they haven't found true love or whatever it may be. But this year you can find true love.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Tell us how.
At Habitat for Humanity. They're having a pet adopt-a-thon.
Nice.
Yeah, they're partnering with the Wayne County Education and Animal Adoption Center. And they're going to host an adopt-a-thon on Valentine's Day from I think about 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you could come downtown and, forget the chocolates and the flowers and all those empty promises of Valentine's Day and find a new furry family member who will forever love you.
Of course they will. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Now will they just have lots and lots to choose from right there on site?
Yep, it'll be right on site. I'm not sure how many animals will be there, but I know that it's a big need in our community.
Yes.
So if anybody's interested in adding to their family, please come downtown, check it out. I think it's a wonderful event and a great place to have the event.
Oh, absolutely. Do you know if you can actually go through the entire procedure there and adopt the pet and take them home with
I believe
from start to finish? Oh,
yep.
wow,
and then
nice.
If anybody wants more information, they can call the Wayne County Animal Shelter, or they can even call Habitat for Humanity.
There you go. You heard it here.
Yeah. And then I've got information here because stuff is just coming in this morning, but the Goldsboro Juniors, they're a philanthropic group in town. They're going to be hosting their Spring Fling, which is kind of like an arts and crafts market downtown this year at First Baptist Church.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's going to be March 29th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you just pop over to the church, check out what they've got. It's a really great time to get unique gifts.
Right.
And I don't know if they're taking applications for, vendors, but they may be doing that. So if they check them out online, just Google search them. They can find out more information. But
I think they have a Facebook page as well.
They do. So that's coming up in March, something to put on people's calendar.
That's right, and we'll keep giving you more and more information about that as the time gets a little closer.
Yes, and then we have 2 new businesses that have opened up downtown.
Yeah, tell us about that.
We've got, well, they're not quite opened yet, but coming in March, we're going to have a new yoga studio downtown.
I'm thrilled about that.
I know. Yoga Connection. They will be located at 110 North John Street, and they already have a studio in Smithfield that's had great success. So she's opening a second location here in town, and they're going to offer classes in the morning and in the afternoon, like evening time.
Right.
But she's just kind of testing the waters to see what people in town want. They're going to do some hot yoga.
Tell us what that is. I've had several people ask me what that is.
I have never done hot yoga myself, but I really want to try it. I hear that it's when the temperature gets way up and you really get, you get sweating and
that's right. The
stretched
pounds
out.
are
Yes.
just falling off, I guess.
Yes, and for everyone who has done yoga on the regular basis has said it's terrific. You would not believe the body strength and the toning that you get, and you come out of it just completely relaxed. And
I think all different types of skill level can participate in yoga, from very beginners who've never done it before, who are really just there to stretch,
yes,
and just to have a really good workout, but with limited capabilities,
yes,
all the way up to your master yoga certifications. I was excited to hear at our city council meeting recently, Councilman Michael Hedden was saying that he's been doing yoga for years.
He has.
And that he is getting his master certification right now, so kudos to you.
Yeah, and I am one of those people who is definitely not at the expert level of yoga, so I plan to pop down there and take a class or two.
Excited.
And if you're afraid of embarrassing yourself, please come down with me and
join us.
Yes, embarrass yourself. It's for a good time.
We can all do it together.
Yes, and I feel like sometimes just laughing at yourself
That's
relieves some
right.
stress. So
that's right.
it should be a good time. And we also have a nonprofit who moved downtown recently. It's called Kinetic Minds, and it's an after-school program for kids. And I popped in yesterday to speak with the woman who runs the program, and I said, what do these kids need to do to qualify to come? And she said, absolutely nothing. They're expanding. They're in a space now that allows them to have about 60 kids in there, but they're expanding the space hopefully in the next month or two to accommodate about 40 more students.
Oh, really? What's the location? Do you know off the top of your head?
It is 126 South James Street. So there's the lofts on James that's above them. It's in the really pretty space right below the lofts on James. The building it's beautiful. It's bright and colorful. It looks like such a cheery place for kids to go.
So this is just an after-school program. So probably 4 hours or so.
Yep,
in the
it's
afternoon.
about 4 hours or so, and they have kids from everywhere, close. Far out in the county. She said they open it up to kids who are homeschooled, who are in typical public school. So it's really neat. I have the website here.
Okay.
If you go to Kinetic Minds NC on Twitter, if you
Will
Google
spell
search
that?
Yep.
Kinetic Minds.
It's KINETIC Minds, MINDS.
Okay.
You can find them on Twitter, and then they also have kineticmindsnc.org.
kineticmindsnc.org. Perfect. That way you can find out a little more about it. You can ask them questions about what their fees are, what the actual hours are, and find out a little more about what your children will be doing while they're visiting in the afternoons.
Yep.
Nice.
So,
every day it's more and more coming downtown.
I could come here and talk for literally like 2 hours about what we've got going on downtown, but we don't have all that time.
Have 2 hours.
Right. But we've got great new restaurants coming downtown.
That's what I'm hearing.
We've got new businesses opening up. So I really encourage everybody to check out our Facebook page, our website.
You all are constantly on Facebook putting pictures of things that are happening downtown.
Yes.
Even if it's not events we're talking about here, but because we can't talk about them all because you all have so much going on. But Facebook is a great place to connect and find out little exciting things that are happening on a daily basis.
It is. And if people are interested in checking out restaurants or what's going on, please go to our website. It's dgdc.org.
Perfect. One of your newer restaurants that opened, just a couple months ago is Matchbox. And if you haven't been down there, do you know the address right offhand? I know it's John Street.
Yes.
Beside Torero's.
Yes. I want to say it's 112 North John.
Okay. If you've not been, check it out. It has so many unique things, from an express lunch menu, which is fabulous.
It is.
To much more interesting dinner menu options, but it's really, really a neat place.
It is, and I have to say they're great. I popped in there last week and had lunch, and they have gluten-free wraps. And
I know, I've had those.
Yes,
they're great.
I have to eat gluten-free, and so it's hard for me to go to a place and enjoy a burger or a wrap, with actual bun on it. And now I can go to Matchbox and grab something.
Nice. And one of the things that people may not have noticed is in the front of Matchbox, this summer, it's going to look like a different place.
Yes.
The windows are actually garage doors, so they will come up and we can have an open area to actually eat at.
Yes.
So you can eat inside the restaurant, outside the restaurant, and the doors will be up.
And it's really spacious, the outdoor dining area. Another place we've got that's kind of tucked away and I think is kind of a unique little secret of downtown is the Gladstone.
Yeah, tell me where that is.
It's in Uniquely Ours, which is located right next to the Paramount Theater.
Yes, I've heard about that.
And what it is, it's a little tea and coffee room, but you walk in and it's kind of like old hotel lounge feel.
Right.
It is the cutest, neatest little place. They have free Wi-Fi, big, cozy, like leather chairs. You just kind of sink in and read a book and grab a mug of tea. And Ruth and David, the owners, are...
Oh, they're so nice.
Yes. Wonderful people. They have the sweetest stories to tell.
Yes, they do.
So if anyone's looking at a place to escape and just pop on the internet for a bit or something.
And if you haven't, as you walk through, the front of that store is fabulous.
It is.
It's exactly what the name is, Uniquely Ours, because the gifts are so unique, so different, and they come from all over the world.
Yes.
They're not just your typical gifts that you're going to expect when you walk in the store. I mean, and she can tell you stories of each and every one.
Oh yes, and I told Ruth, I said, Ruth, your stories about all these items and why you've hand selected them and what makes them unique is really what her whole business is about.
It really is. And you know, going through different downtowns across North Carolina, that's what makes downtown successful.
Oh,
is having extremely unique venues and restaurants and places to shop. That's what makes it special, and not just your cookie cutter type stores. So we're getting more and more of these very unique stores, but we need you to come out and check them out and see what we have downtown, because having them here is great, but if people aren't coming downtown to check them out, then how long will they last? So we really encourage you to come downtown, look at these stores, get to know the people that have opened here in our community, and really find out what fabulous little gems we have.
Yes, I encourage everybody to shop local. It's so important. If our small business owners go by the wayside, then our whole homegrown economy will crumble.
So shop local.
That's
that
right.
That says it all, right? Well, thank you, Meg. So many things are happening. We want to see you next month to come and give us more updates.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Sure. So this is what's happening in your hometown, Goldsboro, North Carolina.
We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television. That was good stuff there.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, Patricia Gordon, thank you for coming in and talking with us, and it's always great to see Meg Grenate.
Yes, it is, and she's always excited about downtown.
I know.
Wonder why.
It is exciting, actually.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Always lots happening.
And you know, you and I were in here talking with a guy earlier today about things to do in Goldsboro and Wayne County. Now, and I've heard it too. I've heard people say, you know, golly, there's nothing to do around here. Well, that's just not true.
Absolutely
that's true. But, you know, it's not going to come and knock on your door. You need to go out and look for it. If you want something to do, there's so many things you can do.
There really is. We talk about this all the time. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
But I mean, anything from professional organizations you can join to fun activities, and a lot of them at no charge.
That's right.
I mean, we are a blessed community to have so many activities that have no cost at all associated with them. It's just a matter of getting up, getting the motivation to look and see what's out there and finding what you're interested in, and then going and doing it.
So if you just want to sit around and complain, that's okay.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't want to hear it. But if you want really, if you're truly interested in finding something to do, you can go on to the city's website or to the county's website. There's all kinds of links and contacts.
That's right, the Chamber of Commerce, the list goes on and on of places that are always telling you different and interesting events that are happening.
Yes.
And these have links to other activities.
Exactly.
And activity locations.
All right, don't forget, March 9th, barely a month away.
That's right, Wayne, so excited.
I'm excited.
Daylight savings time begins.
That's right, we spring forward. Move our clock ahead 1 hour.
Me too, I love it.
But you can't do it before 2 a.m.
No.
You got to get up in the middle of the night and do that.
That's right.
That's right. But daylight saving time begins on Sunday, March 9th, okay? Birthdays today include James Spader. He's another one of my favorite actors. He is on, he was on Boston Legal.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Oh yeah, and
so
he's
good.
on that show now. What do you call it?
Blacklist.
Blacklist.
I don't know that one.
Yeah. He's really, really good. James Spader, born this day in 1960. That makes him 64. That's right. No, that's not right.
No, that's not right.
It's not right.
Because I was born in 65.
When was he born?
1960.
70, 80, 90.
He's 54.
Ta-da!
He's 54. See, the old brain, once in a while it kicks in. Let's see, 1962. Garth Brooks, Grammy Award winning Garth Brooks.
Really?
Happy birthday.
Today's his birthday.
His first name is Troyal. Troyal. Troyal Garth Brooks.
Troyal Garth
That's
Brooks.
right.
And how old is he?
By Garth.
He's 52. Pardon?
52.
By Garth.
Yeah, he goes by
Troyal is
Garth.
that's not really a country star kind of name.
No.
Troyal Brooks.
No, but Garth is.
Garth Brooks.
Troll. Yeah, that's right. Troll doesn't sound all that. Yeah, but Garth. Come on, Garth. It's good. Okay. And Chris Rock, funny guy. He is
sure.
just hilarious. Born this day, 1965. That makes
What's he, about 92?
Yeah,
Just kidding. He's
49.
great.
49 years today. All right.
49 years young.
That's exactly right. There you go. He's a
For
funny
sure.
guy. Chris Rock. Very opinionated too, by the way.
Yes, he is, but he's knowledgeable about so many different things as well.
He is, and I like Garth Brooks, and he's a funny guy. Done a lot of movies. I mean, Chris Rock. I like them both. Troyal. I like Troyal too.
You keep me hopping, Wayne, 'cause I'm trying to stay up with you as you jump around.
I can't keep up with myself half the time, okay?
Well, how about go, Wayne, go?
Okay, I'm going.
Get back here and let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. Oh, go Wayne, go.
Yes.
Yeah, love that.
Go Wayne Go is a community initiative. It's all talking about having a healthier community. That means a better quality of life.
Indeed.
So Go Wayne Go is a organizational group that has gotten together basically promoting a healthier community and losing weight.
If you've ever tried to lose weight, you know how difficult it is just to get started. Now,
absolutely.
And you find, and you may have already found in the past, that it's much easier to get started with someone else. If you join with someone else to get started,
that's right,
then it's much easier to start losing weight. Now, here's an entire organization who's willing to back you up. They got your back. All you have to do is go online to gowaynego.org and register.
That's right. That's exactly right. And each day or each week you can go in and you can put how many pounds you've lost. You can talk about what you've eaten, how successful you've been. You can ask for advice. You can get out and walk around the community. There's so many different ways that you can work with the different individuals that are also a part of this whole initiative.
That's exactly right. So gowaynego.org. And if you have any questions, you can talk to someone at the Goldsboro and Wayne County Health Department, okay?
That's exactly right.
All right. And we'll tell you more about this next week, all right? So anyway, I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. And until Monday, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.